Hey, tell us a little bit about your assessment on how the last 2 years have gone kind of for the hotel industry. We know it's been probably one of the most challenging on record, but talk a little bit about what you think is going on there and how the legislative front is gonna help going forward for the hotel guys.
Yeah, it's a really good question. We entered into 2020 on a 9-year record performance. And so things just kept getting better and better and better. And, during that 9 years, there were a lot of people who had never been in the industry before. And so they didn't know anything else. They didn't understand what a dip meant. They didn't understand cycles. All they knew is it just kept getting better and better. And
Right.
then March of 2020 hit and everything kind of fell off the cliff. And so if you look just statistically at the numbers, 2020 was the worst year on record, and 2021 is going to be almost the same. The reason being, of course, we didn't have those first few months like we did in 2020. And so 2 years of back-to-back historic lows in overall performance. But, with the vaccines that came out, with the therapies that came out, with politicians finally getting the idea that you don't need to shut down every time there's a new wave, I think we're on pace to get much, much better in 2022. STR says 2022 is going to be much better. But I get the question a lot, like, when are we going to look like 2019? When is the industry going to be back to that? And it's probably not going to be until maybe the end of 2023 if you're looking at purely RevPAR, and maybe even early 2024 if you adjust it for inflation. So we're headed in the right direction, no question about it. For the first time, really, probably in history, our industry had to be extremely aggressive in working with elected officials, both at the state, the local, and the federal level, to get financial assistance for the industry. Before the pandemic, our industry was kind of one of those, like many, who just simply said, hey, kind of just stay out of our way, let us do what we do, and we'll be okay. That, of course, all changed in March of 2020 when shutdowns, not shutdowns we wanted or asked for, but shutdowns changed the entire scope of the business. And we really had to go to elected officials and say, hey, we were hit first, we were hit worst, we're probably going to come out of this last. Please give us some sort of financial assistance.